What's up, everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. It is Tuesday, February 11th, and we have 4 NBA games to talk about today. Talked about yesterday. I went 3-2 yesterday on my video picks. Ended up messing up my money on the Lakers game, watching Luka and LeBron and the whole team really roll over on the Jazz. I had a under. Once it became a blowout, I had an under live, and 70 points were scored in that fourth quarter. Just nobody wanted to give up. Nobody wanted to throw in the towel. They threw in some backups, but the backups didn't get the memo that the game was over. So I don't know what they were playing for, but they scored 70 points in that fourth quarter and messed up the money a little bit. But still back today. Got a couple plays in today's card. So 3-2 yesterday, profitable day. If you listen to me, I didn't have one though. But on to today, we have 4 games to talk about. First one up is going to be the Raptors and the Sixers. And I don't like the Sixers at 9 points. I don't. So I guess I would lean Raptors if I was going to bet the side. I'm not going to bet this side. I would take it maybe an over. Philly's been scoring a lot lately. Just scored 127 versus... In their previous game versus Milwaukee, score was 127-135 in a loss. Versus Detroit, they gave up 125 and scored 112 in a loss. Low scoring game versus Miami. Versus Dallas, it was 118-116. So they've been scoring a little bit lately, and I think this Toronto team will have to try to keep up. But we're only at 225.5. I think that's where I would look, is an over. Versus trying to pick a side. So not going to bet it, but lean over. Knicks and the Pacers. I like the Knicks here. Even I like the Knicks here, even on the road. I bet it last night, and I have a -1. So number moved to 2.5 at this point. Total's all the way up at 239. I don't know what I like at these two numbers. So obviously, I'm just expecting the Knicks to win the game. I probably should have taken the money line, but I have the -1. Not sure where I go with this one. They have the ability to score. The last game that they played back in November, the score was 132-121. It's 253, and we got a total of 239. I think that's part of the reason. But we've had a lot of games recently from both teams where the score didn't even get that close to 239. So it's kind of high. I think it's biased on the fact of the last game that these two teams played. So not really sure about the total. I'd probably come in on the under, but not betting the total of this one. I do have a -1 already. Next game up, we have Detroit and Chicago. Chicago is home underdogs, 4.5 points. Total's at 236.5. I'm on Detroit. They just played at the beginning of the month, February 2nd, and Detroit won 127-119 at home. They have played the last 6 games at home, and this is the first of a road trip that they're about to start. Let me see how long this road trip is going to be. Upcoming games, they got a 4-game road trip before they come back home on the 24th versus the Clippers, and that's going to be a back-to-back. They play the Hawks on the 23rd. So I like them to start this road trip out pretty decently. They play Chicago twice in a row, so they're going to play them on the 11th and they're going to play them on the 12th, both in Chicago. So maybe Chicago might get the second one, or at least cover the second one, depending on what happens in the first one. But I'm on Detroit in the first one. So Pistons minus the, I think it's at 4.5. Pistons -4.5. And the Grizzlies and the Suns, just the last game up. The Suns are home underdogs, 4 points. Kevin Durant is back playing in this one. I like him under, but I also kind of like the Grizzlies. So Suns defense is better with Kevin Durant in the lineup, but I don't trust them against the spread. They're 26-26 on the year. They're 18-33 against the spread versus 34-18, almost a reversal of the spread record for the Grizzlies. So I think that At home, of course, would be the best chance for the Suns to win. They're 16-10 at home versus 10-16 on the road. But I don't trust them against this Grizzlies team. I think they're just a better team. We got Bradley Beal, of course, out for the Suns. Grayson Allen is day-to-day. Meechix won't play, and Martin is out. Trade still pending. So I think by the end of the game, Memphis can walk them down. In the games that I've watched, that seems to be the way they are. They're good at closing out a game. So lean on Memphis minus the 4, and I like an under also. I think the Suns can. think the Suns can keep them under 120 points or so, 125. So, and I don't think the Suns are going to get there either. So that's my thoughts for that one. But those are going to be my picks. Memphis minus the 4 and the under. I like the Knicks minus the 1, and I like the Pistons. So lock those in. Let's get this money. We'll be back tomorrow to talk some more NBA.